usually done in about less than 4 minutes, okay? But maybe with instructions or maybe with whatever, it might be a little longer. Okay, good Tai Chi posture, dropping those shoulders. Shift weight to the right. Heel comes up on your toe, open, toe, arch, heel. Hands rotate to the middle of your thighs as you take a deep breath in. Elevate your hands, shoulder level, push down. Reverse the process, make yourself small. Left hand in the center, right hand rises up higher, open palms to the ceiling. Watch and glance as the back hand comes to the ear. Turn your head and neck. Meet both hands in the center as you push back, push forward as if to repulse the monkey. Center the right hand, left hand higher, open. Bring it to your ear. Turn your head and neck. Meet in the center, repulse the monkey. This is one of the harder moves. Brush knee, one parallel to your shoulder, one up higher on a T stance. L stance, all together. Move your hips and waist as you brush your knee. Sit back and lower. Pivot, parallel higher on a T. Out on an L. Turn the hips and waist. Hands go for the ride. Brush knee. Sit back, sit down, pivot, root down, hold your ball in a T stance. We're going to take an L, split your hands, left, left, part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down, pivot, ball for belly balance on a T stance, right hand, right foot. Out on an L, turn the hips and waist, split the hands, bottom hand advances, bow stance. Sit back up, turn the front hand, join it with the back hand. Cloud hands. Sit back, sit down, pivot, 12 o'clock. Pivot out with your left heel, 9 o'clock. Flip the hands, close the feet. Stem cup at 12, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, two things happen. Flip the hands, open the feet. 9 o'clock, one thing happens, flip the hands. 12 o'clock, stem cup. 3 o'clock, flip the hands, close the feet. 12 o'clock, stem cup. 9 o'clock, two things happen. Flip the hands, open the feet. 3 o'clock, only flip the hands. 12 o'clock, shift your weight to the left, up, golden cockerel. Shift weight to the right, golden cockerel, stands on its right. Gather energy, center, right hand on the outside, right foot coming up, kick out. Shift weight, left hand outside, left foot coming up, and kick out. Holding our ball, right hand on the bottom, right foot ready to go. Out to the side, forearm your opponent. Turn your hips and waist, reposition your hands, grasp the bird's tail, sit down, look back. Turn, hips and waist, push out, roll back. Sit down, up and forward. Sit down, sit back, twist. Right hand on the top, holding your ball. Out into the L, forearm your opponent. Turn hips and waist, reposition hands, grasp the bird's tail. Turn at the hips and waist, contact, turn at the hips and waist, push out from the center. Separate your hands and roll back and sit down. Come up. Push forward. Near closing, apparently closed, twist. Open pivot. In pivot. Embrace the tiger with the right hand inside the cross. Rotate your wrists. Bring him up, push him closer to you. Use your force of the left wrist and your core to separate both hands. Palms facing down. Drop your shoulders, flex your knees, let gravity take care of everything. Wrap around, shift weight to the right so your heel can come up, off the ground, toe down, closing form. Shift weight to the right, heel comes up on your toe, open, toe, arch, heel, hands rotate to the middle of your thighs as you take a deep breath in, elevate your hands, shoulder level, push down, reverse the process, make yourself small. Left hand in the center, right hand rises up higher, open palms to the ceiling. Watch and glance as the back hand comes to the ear. Turn your head and neck. Meet both hands in the center as you push back, push forward as if to repulse the monkey. Center the right hand, left hand higher, open. Bring it to your ear. Turn your head and neck. Meet in the center, repulse the monkey. This is one of the harder moves. Brush knee, one parallel to your shoulder, one up higher on a T stance. L stance, all together, move your hips and waist as you brush your knee. Sit back and lower, pivot, parallel higher on a T, out on an L, turn the hips and waist, hands go for the ride, brush knee. Sit back, sit down, pivot, root down, hold your ball in a T stance. We're going to take an L, split your hands, left, left, part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down, pivot, ball for belly balance on a T stance, right hand, right foot. Out on an L, turn the hips and waist, split the hands, bottom hand advances, O stance. Sit back up, twist, turn the front hand, join it with the back hand, cloud hands. Sit back, sit down, pivot, 12 o'clock. Pivot out with your left heel, 9 o'clock. Flip the hands, close the feet. Stem cup at 12, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, two things happen, flip the hands, open the feet. 9 o'clock, one thing happens, flip the hands. 12 o'clock, stem cup, 3 o'clock, flip the hands, close the feet. 12 o'clock, stem cup, 9 o'clock, two things happen, flip the hands, open the feet. 3 o'clock, only flip the hands. 12 o'clock, shift your weight to the left, up, golden cow crawl. Shift weight to the right, golden cow crawl, stands on its right. Gather energy, center, right hand on the outside, right foot coming up, kick out. Shift weight, left hand outside, left foot coming up, and kick out. Holding our ball, right hand on the bottom, right foot ready to go. Out to the side, forearm your opponent. Turn your hips and waist, reposition your hands, grasp the bird's tail, sit down, look back. Turn, hips and waist, push out, roll back. Sit down, up and forward. Sit down, sit back, twist. Right hand on the top, holding your ball. Out into the L, forearm your opponent. Turn hips and waist, reposition hands, grasp the bird's tail. Turn at the hips and waist, contact, turn at the hips and waist, push out from the center. Separate your hands and roll back and sit down. Come up. Push forward. Near closing, apparently closed, twist, open pivot, in pivot, embrace the tiger with the right hand inside the cross, rotate your wrists, bring him up, push him closer to you, use your force of the left wrist and your core to separate both hands, palms facing down, drop your shoulders, flex your knees, let gravity take care of everything, wrap around, shift weight to the right so your heel can come up, off the ground, toe down, closing form. Shift weight, everything around it, everything breathing, everything relaxing, everything following, everything smooth, everything uplifted. Spiral all together. Jerkiness, round out your ball, use your hips and waist, sit down clearly, store that energy, hands go for the ride. Shift weight, spiral on that spindle, spiral down, spiral up, gather, center by your dantian, bring it in, follow, shift weight, for the ride. Sink up together. Shift out, push, turn, reposition, sit down. Contact, turn, push, center, spiral back, continue spiral forward, continuous or nice spirals, circles, spiral, half circles, hands go for the ride, you have power to do that. As you now close your form. Everything breathing, everything relaxing, everything following, everything smooth, everything uplifted. No jerkiness. Round out your ball. Use your hips and waist. Sit down clearly, store that energy. Hands go for the ride. Shift weight, spiral on that spindle. Spiral down, spiral up. Gather, center by your dantian, bring it in. Follow. Shift weight. Let's go for the ride. Sink up together. Shift out, push, turn, reposition, sit down. Contact, turn, push, center, spiral back. Can you spiral forward? Continuous or nice spirals, circles, spiral, half circles. Hands go for the ride. You have power to do that. As you now close your phone. T-sense. Out. Half step. Sit back. Shifting your weight, lift up the front. Pat your horse. Cross. Step out, palms down, gather energy. Up by the dantian, center and out, in, heel. Finish it off with the wrist coming in. Sit back, sit down. Pivot all the way around. Dantian area to cross, left hand, left foot. Out, in, hook. Down, okay, listen carefully. Start to turn to the left. Suspended hand, keep it up high. Shift your weight. Pivot on your axle to your left. Toe, take it slowly. Pivot, hook, and look at it. Split parallel, down, halfway. Keep the left hand high. Suspended, shift weight on the axle, rotate slightly to the right, heel, ball, heel, rotate, then turn hips and waist, push out. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, ball, L, spin, near forehead, turn hips and waist, push. Back, half step, across hips, lift up, toe, down to the bottom of the seat. It's okay to bend that back. One hand, two hands, touch, foot, heel, flash arms. Sit back, twist, up and down on the toe, spin out with a deflect, parry, forward, punch. Touch, make it nice, roll back. What am I wanting? Come up, lunge forward. Sit back, twist, open, in, cross, then shift weight, rotate, chest in, push. Push with your core, drop, flex, tuck elbows, hands go for the ride, shift weight, close your form. Okay. T-stance, out, half step, sit back, shifting your weight, lift up the front, pat your horse. Cross. Step out, palms down, gather energy. Up by the dantian, center and out, in, heel. Finish it off with the wrist coming in. Sit back, sit down, pivot all the way around. Dantian area to cross, left hand, left foot, out, in, hook, down. Okay, listen carefully. Start to turn to the left, suspended hand, keep it up high. Shift your weight, pivot on your axle to your left. Toe, take it slowly, pivot, hook, and look at it. Split parallel, down, halfway. Keep the left hand high, suspended. Shift weight on the axle, rotate slightly to the right. Heel, ball, heel, rotate. Then turn hips and waist, push out. Sit back, sit down, pivot out. Ball, L, spin, near forehead, turn hips and waist, push. Back, half step, across hips, lift up, toe, down to the bottom of the seat. It's okay to bend that back. One hand, two hands, touch, foot, heel, flash arms. Sit back, twist. Up and down on the toe, spin out with a deflect, parry, forward, punch, touch, make it nice, roll back. What am I wanting? Come up, lunge forward, sit back, twist, open, in, cross, then shift weight, rotate, chest in, push. Push with your core, drop, flex, tuck elbows, hands go for the ride, shift weight, close your form. Tai Chi posture, and then can I remind you, because I know you all need to be reminded, don't forget to use your hips and waist. Stuff that we've already worked on and stuff that we've already warmed up. Keep your, where's your pointing finger? Keep it upright. Can you turn on your spindle? Use your finger and show me. Yes, if this is your body, you're able to spin and turn, but everything is upright. You can advance, but it goes together. You can retract, it goes together, and same with the sides, but never bent over, okay? Keep that spine, grow it up, make it taller, okay? Here we go, good Tai Chi posture, Yang 16, begin. Shift weight to the right, heel on the toe, open, down with your heel, rotate, deep breath, reverse, relax, flex. Round out with a ball without bringing up your shoulders. Out on an L, part the wild horse's mane. We're going slowly, we're thinking through. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, hold your ball. Out on an L, move that ball. Second parting of the wild horse's mane and final. Half step forward, hold your ball for better balance. Spin the ball, left hand rises, Right foot up on its toe, lift it up, set it down. White crane spreads its wings. No difference, the baby finger slices through the opposite shoulder's edge. Drop your front foot, bisect to your danten. Swirl back to your left hand, lift up the front foot, bring it down as you brush your knee. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, multitask to brush your knee. Only twice. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, fist your right hand, left hand higher, then comes down and up on your heel, spin out to deflect, then parry across that midline, and then punch. Come all the way back to your elbow, touch, roll back, sit down, roll up, lunge forward, slowly. Pivot as you turn your right hand to hook, turn your left foot, pivot rather, T stands out, single whip. Half step, swirl the back hand, rock the front foot to its toe, set it up on its heel as you play your lute. Good Tai Chi posture. Drop the front foot, center the front hand, glance at the back, lift up, ear, toe, heel, meet in the center, repulse one. Center, lift up, heel, meet, slide. Pivot the front foot on its heel, pirouette on your toe. You're holding the ball in an awkward way. The right hand, the palm is up. The left hand is closer to your hip. You're going to spin out with your heel as you reposition your hand to hold the ball correctly. Then you're going to take an L stance and above the forehead, turn hips and waist, maiden on her left. Sit back, sit down. Instep as you pivot to hold the ball so that you can take an L stand, turn the ball. Before it gets to your forehead, turn your hips and waist. Shuttles on her right. Half step to the back. This time you're going to go to the bottom seat with your left hand. It's okay to bend at your waist. One hand, two hands, then your foot. Start in the middle. Flash arms like a fan. Shoulders should be dropped. Sit back, sit down. Cup, 12 o'clock. 9 o'clock, flip meet. 3 o'clock, flip meet, close. Cloud hands. Flip meet, open. Flip meet on a T stance. Hold your ball. Ward off. Turn your hips and waist. Sit down. Turn at the hips and waist, look back. Contact, turn at the hips and waist, push out. Separate, roll back. Sit down. Move up. Lunge forward. Sit down, sit back. Twist. Hold your ball. Out L, push. Turn hips and waist. Grasp the bird, stay up. Turn at the hips and waist. Contact. Turn at the hips and waist. Center, push. Roll back. Sit down. Up. Lunge forward. Sit down. Twist. Open. In. Tuck the right hand in. Shift the weight. Rotate the hands. Tiger comes in. Push him away. Use your core. Drop shoulders. Tuck elbows. Flex knees. Heel. Toe. Toe. Heel. Okay. How did it go? Yeah? Margaret? Some parts are, yeah, because they're new, okay? All right. So everybody's going to watch how I do the 16, okay? 16. I'm going to do the 16. Watch to see what old timers can improve on. 16. Begin. Commencing form. Wild horse's mane 2 times. 1, 2, half step, spin, left hand comes up on the toe of the right, right crane, drop, bicep, swirl back, left, up, multitask, brush knee. Sit back, twist, spiral, brush knee, 2. Sit back as if you're going to brush knee, fist, hand, heel, deflect to the right, bring it in as you parry, then punch. Touch, roll back, sit down, spiral up, lunge forward. Pivot on the back, pivot on the front hook, shift weight to a T, cross the face, out, single rip. Half step swirl, rock the left, rear-lute. Pulsing of the monkey 2 times, lift up, stretch out, 1. Center, glance, lift up, and 2. Pivot on the heel, pivot on the toe, reposition for a ball and a shuttle, turn hips, waist, left, sit back, pivot in, hold ball, L stance, right heel, turn, shuttle right, back step, across hips and waist, down with your left hand, join it by the right, then your foot, touch, heel, flash arms, sit back, cup for 12, 9 o'clock, 12, 3, close, 12, open, 9, 12, 3, close, T-ball, ward off. Turn hips and waist, reposition, grasp the bird's tail as you sit down, look back. Contact, turn at the hips and waist, push from the center, separate the hands and roll back. Spiral up, then forward. Sit down, sit back, twist. No raising of shoulders, L, push. Turn, sit down. Turn at the hips and waist, contact, turn again at the hips and waist, push up. Separate, roll back, sit down, then up, lunge forward. Nice closing, twist, open, in, shift weight, cross hands, up, rotate, in, out, relax, drop, flex, wrap, up, toe, heel. Up a notch, young 16. Begin, commencing form. Wild horse's mane 2 times. 1, 2, half step, spin, left hand comes up on the toe of the right, right crane, drop, bicep, swirl back, left, up, multitask, brush knee. Sit back, twist, spiral, brush knee, 2. Sit back as if you're going to brush knee, fist, hand, heel, deflect to the right, bring it in as you parry, then punch. Touch, roll back, sit down, spiral up, lunge forward. Pivot on the back, pivot on the front, hook, shift weight to a T, cross the face, out, single whip. Half step swirl, rock the left, lay your lute. Pulsing of the monkey 2 times, lift up, stretch out, 1. Center, glance, lift up, and 2. Pivot on the heel, pivot on the toe, reposition for a ball and a shuttle, turn hips, waist, left, sit back, pivot in, hold ball, L stance, right heel, turn, shuttle right, back step, across hips and waist, down with your left hand, join it by the right, and your foot, touch, heel, flash arms, sit back, cup for 12, 9 o'clock, 12, 3, close, 12, open, 9, 12, 3, close, T-ball, ward off. Turn hips and waist, reposition, grasp the bird's tail as you sit down, look back. Contact, turn at the hips and waist, push from the center, separate the hands and roll back. Spiral up, then forward. Sit down, sit back, twist. No raising of shoulders, L, push. Turn, sit down. Turn at the hips and waist, contact, turn again at the hips and waist, push out. Separate, roll back, sit down, then up, lunge forward. Nice closing, twist, open, in, shift weight, cross hands, up, rotate, in, out, relax, drop, flex, wrap, up, toe, heel. So we're going to work on Tai Chi walk, okay? Because I take for granted that you do what I do, which may be not the case. So in this particular case, can you watch that, yes, my hips are there, yes, my energy is stored. I'm going to generate that energy, come around, and then I'm going to both stance. My sit down is just sit back. I'm storing almost all my energy, the most I can store, to allow the energy then to advance. Walking in that direction, coming out on an L, opening the knee, then rotating down. So that opening of the knee is something I think we all need to work on and understand it a little bit more. So you open the knee over the heel and down. So this is what we're going to work on. Right now you can see that my knee opens and then it rotates and it comes down. But what I want you to do is to, when you do it, to get that sensation that I cannot furnish you with. Why am I persistent on Tai Chi walk and rounding the crotch and then down? It is because if you can store the energy, actually I'm not doing it right, store the energy, you have more energy to then generate. Your movements become more powerful. Watch here, open, and then down. So when you open, yes, you are opening the knee, but you're also rounding your crotch, rounding it to a semicircle. But in doing so, the back foot gains energy or power because it's heavily weighted, taking away whatever excess that's there because it's rounded here, grounding it here. Therefore, the power then is stored, the energy stored, it can come out. It doesn't just come here and then here now. The energy comes all the way through your system, through your shoulders, and then it comes down. Okay? Let's try it first forward, and then we'll go sideways, and then we'll put some 16 to it, okay? All right, you're gonna move at least two big steps back. Hands at your waist. Grow through your spine. Good Tai Chi posture. Pivot out. Walk in that direction, shift weight. L stance, fold the legs, round the crotch, over the heel, down. Slowly, sit back, sit down, pivot out, shift weight, heel, fold the legs, down. Sit back, sit down, walk in that direction in a zigzag. Heel comes out, fold the legs, round the crotch, over the heel, down. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, shift weight, heel, fold the legs over the heel, down. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, shift weight, heel, fold the legs round the crotch, over the heel, down. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, walk in that direction, heel, round the crotch, over the heel, down. Getting ready to hold your ball, sit back, sit down. Pivot out, hold your ball. Out with your heel, round the crotch, part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, ball for better balance, heel, round the crotch. Half step forward, spin the ball, left hand comes up, right foot to its toe, set it down, white crane spreads its wings. Check to see whether your baby finger can slice through the edge of your right shoulder, that your right hand helps you with a counterbalance away from your hip. Not this way, but holding that top of the ball. Okay? Drop the front foot, bisect. So when you bisect, the elbow comes in, dips in, then like a 12 o'clock, and then bisects, looks back, lift up the front as you multitask to brush your knee. Hips and waists are being used. Sit back, twist, brush knee. Use your hips, go, hands go for the ride. Okay? Sit back, twist, fist your right hand, left hand higher, opposites occur, heel. Spin out as you deflect. Turn that wrist so that you can now, as you parry, punch forward. Okay? All right. Okay, can I show you that you can still bow the legs? Look at that hand that's going up. Bow the legs. Power me to help. 2, as if you're going to do a brush knee. Sit down, come up, lunge forward. Okay? Pivot, pivot, Hook, shift, weight, T, cross the face, L, single whip. Swirl, rock, set. Okay, pivot, pirouette, spin out, reposition as a ball. Here, just as it comes to your forehead, turn the hips and waist shuttles left. Sit back, instep, ball for better balance. L stance, spin the ball, forehead, turn hips and waist. Back step, across hips and waist. Okay to bend your knee, waist. Hips and waist plays a lot because the hands go for the ride. There's a quick step. Okay, and you know the rest, okay? The issue with this ward off, hands go for the ride. Turn, turn, push. We're getting to it, okay. Sit down, sit back. Come up, lunge forward as you push forward. Rather than coming back, sitting down, pushing up, flatten, and then push forward. That's an exaggeration, but you want to clearly sit down, sit back, push it up, then lunge. Same time you flatten, the same time as the extent of the pushing out, okay?